I just wanna break down. After all the time that you kicked me on the way out. Sticks and stones break bones, but your words hurt a different way. Somehow, now all I seek is silence from your mouth. My God, what a beautiful sound. My God, what a beautiful breakdown. After all the time that you kicked me on the way out. Sticks and stones break bones, but your words hurt a different way. Somehow, now all I seek is silence from your mouth. My God, what a beautiful sound. My God, what a beautiful. Like an instrument, you plug me to you.
Hello. What's up, everybody? It's been quite some time. Real quick, can I just get a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me? Because I also had to do some updates with my drivers and there's just a whole lot going on. So if I just get a quick thumbs up in the chat from somebody that you guys can hear me loud and clear before I get to greeting everybody. And give me a thumbs down if you cannot hear me. Okay. Got Brett saying thumbs up. Appreciate that, Brett. What is up, everybody? I apologize. Today has been hectic. I originally was supposed to go live 7:15. My power went out yesterday. So when I got home, power was already out. Didn't come back until 1 a.m. Didn't have time to set up for my stream for today. Had to push it back. Then, if you see this little space over here on the wall, there's something missing. I don't know what happened, but the shelf just fell off, and my Texas Chainsaw Massacre snow globe fell and broke, shattered, and there was liquid in it, so it poured everywhere. But so I had to clean that up. But I'm here now, and it's been a minute. I don't think I've done a stream since we did our 300 subscriber celebration. At least on this channel. I've obviously done Chills and Thrills with Brett, but yeah, I figured why not get back into the swing of things by just doing a chill little stream where I get to talk to you guys. You guys can ask me questions about almost anything. And yeah, and we can do that today, and then Friday we'll be doing another double feature Friday. I'll get more into that later on in the stream, probably towards the end of the stream, but yeah, we're here. I'm excited to be back. It's been a minute, as I said. Go ahead and start flooding in some questions so I can star them as I greet everybody real quick. And once I'm done greeting everybody, then we'll just get into the questions. Ask me anything for the most part. Obviously, don't be like weird, but it can be horror related, non-horror related, pretty much whatever. Let's just see where life takes us. Anyways, starting off, we have Brett saying, "Hey everybody," Brett from Goodwill Hunting, that is. Damn, still no wrench. And then he now has the wrench. I fixed that, Brett. You can also mod on the Chills and Thrills account as well. I added both of them just in case. Next up, we've got Heather saying, hope nothing is too damaged. Be careful and take your time. Nothing is too damaged. Some of my books got wet from the water of the snow globe. That also pisses me off. But other than that, it's okay. Nobody was harmed except my heart. But it'll be all right. Next up, we've got Sad Boy Mode saying, what's up? What's up? What's up, Sad Boy? This is a perfect stream for you, brother. You always ask a lot of questions. This might be the one for you, pal. Oh, I already see he said gotta go. All right. See ya. Next, we've got Lenny. What's up, Lenny? Thank you so much for being here, my friend. And we've got Nanette. Howdy doody, Nanette. Thanks for being here. It's been a while. We've got Miss Vicky. Hey, Miss Vicky. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear me just fine. It's been stressful. Oh, did I skip Ashton? I'm just so used to seeing Ashton's name that I didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Ashton. You're not forgettable, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. We've got Ashton in the house. And then we've got our good friend Chester as well. Thank you so much for being here, Chester. And we've got not the one and only, but the best moderator in the house, Miss Erica. Howdy, Erica. Thank you so much for being here and doing the best job as the moderator. Couldn't ask for a better mod. Appreciate you. And we've got Ray. Always a welcome name as well. Thanks so much for being here, Ray. Hoping to see Bandy in the chat at some point. We can get the trifecta going. You know what I mean? See who else we got in here. Brett, Snow Globe Massacre. I really like that Snow Globe too. It lit up and everything. So a little upset, but you know what? Note to self: don't hang up shelves with tacks. Eventually, they'll fall out. See, everyone's just saying what's up. Sup to each other. Nice. Love to see it. Already got some questions. Loving it. Appreciate you guys. Oh, we've got Dead Ringer video. Howdy, Dead Ringer. I'm not sure if this is your first time or not. Might be. You might have popped in for one of my last streams. I don't know. If it's your first time, thanks for being here. Welcome in. If it's not your first time, welcome back. I appreciate it. He said those accidents hurt the heart sometimes. I had someone knock down my Lost Boy standee from the 80s on accident, but I dented part of it. Sad day. I still think about it sometimes. It happens. I honestly would be more upset about my Lost Boy standee than I would for the TCM Snow Globe that I got from Spirit last year. So not as much sentiment. It just looked cool over top my chainsaw. That's also covered in water right now, but I didn't want to keep wasting time cleaning that all up. So I'll figure that out later. Dead Ringer. Cool. Everyone's giving Dead Ringer a warm welcome. Awesome. I think I said hi to everybody. Let me just double check. I don't want to leave anybody out. Would never want to do that. I don't think I've missed anybody. I've got some questions starred as well. Okay, I see Dead Ringer saying, jumped in late on my last stream. Awesome. Yeah, I thought so. Your name looked and sounded familiar. It was ringing in the old noggin somewhere. Chester, I definitely said hello. I said hello because I went to say hi to you, and I said, oh, wait, I missed Ashton. Let me go back. And then I came back to you right after I said hi to Ashton. I didn't forget. Let's brighten this up a little bit. I feel like I'm a little dark. I definitely said hi to you, though, but whatever. Hi again, Chester. And, oh, we've got Gory Tiger in the house. What's up, Gory? Almost called you Tori. You're not Tori. You're Gory Tiger. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to get the question started. If you guys want to ask me anything horror related, non-horror related, doesn't quite matter. I'll answer just about anything, give or take. You know, I like to get a little weird, so I don't mind weird. Just don't go too weird. Anywho, get those questions flooded in. I've already got 5 stars. That's a good start. And we've got Gene Whitcomb. How you doing, Gene? Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if you've actually stopped in for one of my personal streams before. I could also be wrong. I have the memory of an elephant. I have a peanut brain. I don't know if elephants have good memory or not. Is that a saying? Who knows? Not me. I know you pop in for Chosen Thrills because I can hear Brett in my head right now. We've got Gene Whitcomb. How you doing, Gene? Yep, that's exactly what Brett sounds like. But yeah, thank you for being here. Let me make sure. Yeah, Tori Geiger is literally what I almost said. That's really funny. I didn't hear you. My bad. All good, Chester. No worries. You know, I don't want you to feel left out. So if you didn't hear it, you got yourself a second hello. At least you know that you are cared for. Let me star that. Oh, Robin, I remember you. I remember you were on the you got yourself on the leaderboard. Thank you for being here. This is from based off the title. It's gonna be just like a chill hangout Q&A, like I'm chilling with the homies, you know? I haven't done a stream since my Jeopardy game a few weeks ago, at least on this channel. So I figured what better way to reintroduce myself back into your guys' lives than to just do a little Q&A chill hangout. So that's what we're here to do. But welcome in, Robin. I appreciate you being here. All right. I'm all caught up with the chat. I appreciate all of you guys being here. There's 12 of you choosing to spend your time with me today. So I appreciate it. I've got 6 questions starred so far, but if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and just send them into the chat. And yeah, horror related, non-horror related, as I said. We're starting off with Brett's question. He says, "What you been watching lately?" I've been watching Dexter, and there is another question about Dexter. So I'm not going to go too in depth of my thoughts on Dexter until I get to that question. But I've been watching Dexter. I haven't really been watching many movies lately. Been kind of on like a TV show kick as of late, but I've been watching Dexter, and I stopped watching Dexter so my girlfriend could catch up to where I was at, and I've started watching Breaking Bad in the meantime until she catches up. Then I'll finish off Dexter. Then I'll go back to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, all that good stuff. But really, just Dexter and Breaking Bad's been filling up most of my time. I did go see Mandalorian and Grogu. I went and saw Mortal Kombat 2. I don't think I've watched anything else recently. I've been pretty busy with work and just life in general, but that's all I've been watching as of late. Next, we've got Nanette saying, "What is your favorite movie, Keelan?" Okay, if we're talking just in general, I'll give you my couple favorite horror movies, and then like some of my favorite movies that are non-horror. When it comes to horror, Halloween's a dead giveaway. Jeepers Creepers is right up there. The Lost Boys is right up there. Black Christmas is right up there. Um, I really like The Green Room. Those I'd say those 5 as far as horror go, those are some that I enjoy, thoroughly enjoy, love. Halloween and Jeepers Creepers, all-time favorites for sure. Non-horror, I really like Edward Scissorhands, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, The Lone Survivor, End of Watch. Mm, I really enjoy the Rocky movies. I'm a big like fight fan, boxing in general, so I really enjoy Rocky. Hmm. I really love the movie Short Circuit. I actually just got that on Blu-ray not too long ago, and I cannot wait to do a rewatch of that. The movie is just from my childhood, so it's been a lot of fun. I really love Toy Soldiers, the kids movie. That movie is great as well. Interstellar. So I don't watch that one often, but every time I do, it's beautiful. That the scene at the end where Matthew McConaughey is like in the ship and he's looking at the video diary from his daughter and how she's getting older gets me every time. I'll leave it at that. That's like I think a pretty solid list. It's kind of all over the place, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you for the question, Annette. I appreciate it. Ashton, we got him saying, "Any expectations for Backrooms? I haven't watched any trailers, just see everyone hyping it up." Um, I do have some expectations. It was on my most anticipated list of 2026 video that I did. I have faith in A24. I think their track record for horror movies is overall really good. I'd give them probably an 8 out of 10. Um, I've never really watched the web series. I've seen like a couple of pieces of it, but like I'm not super deep in the Backrooms lore and like the web series on YouTube and stuff. I do think there is something to say about the fact that they got the original creator to direct it. You know, whatever I know there's a lot of controversy online right now with people saying that he didn't direct it and there's like a hidden director and all this. Like, I don't know why people are like not giving him the benefit of the doubt and trying to say that he's too young to pull off this movie and direct a film, but whatever. Um, I think it's going to be solid. I've seen pieces of the trailer. I didn't want to watch it in totality just because I feel like trailers give too much away. But from what I saw, I think it looks pretty fun. I'm hoping that it's just like another 824 horror banger. I really do. I'm likely going to end up doing a Backrooms and Obsession double feature in the theater because I have yet to get to the theater to watch Obsession. So I think I'm just going to wait till Backrooms comes out and then try to get them both in on the same day. And yeah, you'll definitely hear my thoughts on Backrooms once it comes out, Ashton. Chester saying, question, are you a fan of Vampires 1998 with James Woods? I don't think I've ever seen it. Let me look this up real quick just to verify. This isn't the oh, it's the John Carpenter. Yeah, this is one of the John Carpenter movies I've never seen before. It is on my list though. So, Chester, maybe we have to revisit this conversation in the future when I've actually seen it. Sorry, bud. Heather, she says, how is your Dexter journey going? What is your favorite season that you have watched? It's going well. You know, we had Cole in the Discord say I was going to be on the series for 6 months. Absolutely not. I binge watched the first 9 seasons, so that's like the first 8 in the New Blood in like 2 weeks. Obviously, it was going really well because I was hooked, and that's why I watched them, or that's why I binge watched them so heavily. My favorite season, huh. I don't know. I really enjoy like season 1, I think is good for multiple reasons. It's just like the start of it all. So I really like season 1. I think season 2 is probably my favorite because can't remember her name now, but the crazy British girl that he meets in AA, I just love that she gets her comeuppance at the end because she pissed me off so bad throughout that season. Um, that season's also probably the one where I knew the least amount of info. So it was pretty refreshing to watch that one. Um, I also do like the season with Lumen. It kind of had a I spit on your grave type of vibe to it. And I found that to be interesting. And I liked I just like the whole series in general, honestly. The fact that we get to deep dive into Dexter's mind and uh, just see the mental struggles he goes through and you know, is he shifting to be a little bit more normal, a little bit more human? And then like other times you feel like maybe he's not. It's really hard to differentiate between if he's actually, becoming a little more soft and a little more human, or if he is just like really doing a good job of blending in. So I find it pretty fascinating so far. I'm waiting for my girlfriend to finish New Blood so we can watch Original Sin and Resurrection. And then I'm probably gonna do like a tier list ranking of all the seasons, or maybe just like a ranking in general. If people are interested in that, you guys can let me know if you'd be interested in watching me do a stream like that. I think that'd be pretty fun. Thank you for the question, Heather. And the last question I have starred so far, we got Dead Ringer asking favorite kill from a slasher film. Favorite kill from a slasher film. It's fun. I don't think I've ever thought about this before. I don't know if I'm sure I could come up with a favorite, a singular favorite, but I don't want to take too much time sitting here trying to think it through. So I'll throw a couple out there that I really like. One that comes to mind I just think is silly is from Halloween Kills when Michael kicks the door and makes the girl shoot herself. I just think that's pretty funny. Stupid, silly, but it's a lot of fun. Um, damn, slasher films. Slasher films. Um, the handstand kill from Friday the 13th when he chops the dude in half, or chops him down the peen, if you know what I mean. The shower scene from Terrifier 3 is pretty wicked. Like that one. Damn. I'm like blinking on slasher movies now. Oh, the bed scene from the original Nightmare on Elm Street where Johnny Depp gets sucked into it and just like that shit's pretty cool. Um, the pretzel kill from In a Violent Nature comes to mind. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the ones that really like were shocking to me and really took me off guard. Let's see. I got slasher film posters up above me. Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this question starred and I'm gonna revisit it. I have to think through. I gotta get the juices flowing a little bit. I'm a little rusty here. A little rusty. But I'll keep your question starred, Dead Ringer, and I'll come back to you. For sure. All right. Let me get back to the chat. See, you guys are talking it up. See, get back to these questions. We got Nanette saying I've seen all of them, all of those movies except for the Green Room, and I like all of them. Great choices, Keelan. The Green Room is an A24 horror movie, and it's got Sir Patrick Stewart and it has Anton Yelkin. It's pretty fun. It's it's interesting. It's got some pretty jarring, visceral moments in it. I like that. I'm not like scared easy, so I do like being sort of disturbed in a way as long as it's not too far. And Green Room is like that, so maybe I'll do a watch party for it on my channel. I really enjoy that one. Let's see. Oh, we've got Jamie in the house now. How you doing, Jamie? Thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you. If you got a question, throw it my way. Throw it my way. That's what we are here for. Chilling, killing, and answering questions. We've got Nanette also saying, I've never seen Interstellar, but from the movies you said you liked that were not horror, the only one I have seen is Edward Scissorhands. That's a really great movie, and I've seen the first 4 Rocky movies. Should check it out, Nanette. If you got some time on your hands, it gets you right in the feels. Gets you right in the feels. Robin saw Obsession last Saturday. That was wicked. I've had tickets to go see Obsession twice, and both nights I just didn't go because I had other stuff to do. Eventually, I will get there. Yep. Get to Obsession immediately, though I heard it's about to go on digital in mid to late June. Already? That seems fast for the amount of like hype and success it's had. That's crazy. John Carpenter's Vampires is pretty darn good. Yeah, it's on my list for sure. I definitely want to get more into my John Carpenter bag, so it's on there, I promise. We got Heather. I've been rewatching the Star Wars movies in May, finished the prequels and original trilogy and The Force Awakens. Then I needed a break, been into TV shows more as well. Yep, totally understand the break, especially if you plan on, oh, you said movies. Okay, so you're probably not going to do the Disney Plus series and stuff. I went through a huge Star Wars kick last year. Watched Clone Wars, Rebels, everything up until like maybe it wasn't last year, maybe it was the year prior. I watched everything up until season 3 of Mandalorian. So everything that had come out up to season 3 of Mandalorian, I watched. And then I kind of fell off. So now I need to catch back up at some point. But I did go watch Mandalorian Grogu. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Gene, I see your question. I'm going to star that and I'll get back to the questions. I just want to catch up on the chat real quick. I'll leave that for you. Oh, Heather, I love Dexter season 1 to 5. I think season 1 is my favorite. Then season 4. Also loved Original Sin and Resurrection. I'm excited to get to those because I did not want to stop where New Blood left off. But promised my girlfriend that I would stop and wait for her to finish New Blood, and then we would watch the rest of it together. So, duty calls. Nanette saying, I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on Dexter. So I say yes. Awesome. I appreciate the feedback for sure. Sounds like something I would love to do. Bob and Halloween is a classic. Absolutely. The head tilt, for sure. And then him wearing the ghost sheet and all that afterwards. Good choice. Tina and Nightmare on Elm Street deserves a serious mention. 100%. He said I got put on the spot. Okay, I just started blanking when I had to think about it, but I just had the ones that really came off the top of my head. So my favorite kill in a slasher movie is Janet from Halloween 2, The Syringe to the Temple. Also a very good one, Chester. Nice mention there. Mark, the wheelchair kill from Friday the 13th Part 2. Also a good Friday kill. Yeah, we got Robin saying Janet's a good one. Heather, I started Supernatural for the first time this week. I'm only 20 years behind on it. It's great so far. Somehow I managed to avoid all spoilers and knew nothing about it before watching. I've had a couple of people recommend Supernatural to me within the last like 2 weeks. I just after Dexter and Breaking Bad, I don't know if I want to commit to a really long running series. I think I want to go to like a 1 to 3 season show for a bit just to have a bit of a break. Maybe give Twin Peaks a chance. I know my girlfriend's been wanting to watch that one as well, so we might just do that after I finish Dexter and Breaking Bad. But I'm sure eventually I will get to Supernatural. It's just so many seasons, dude. I say that, but I can watch One Piece, so I'm sure eventually I'll get to it. This is also yeah, how he just appears in the darkness like he did behind Lori in the original. Oh, this is about the syringe kill, I believe. Yep. 100% agreed. I got you right there, Nanette. Oh, Erica saying haven't watched Dexter. As a newly minted Dexter fan, Erica, I'm telling you right now, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty solid. And also, unfortunately, like I had seen a lot of Dexter already. My dad watched it when I was in middle school and high school. And then I watched pieces of it when Olivia was watching the original 8 seasons. So I saw bits and pieces of it. I knew most of like the big things that happen. So bit of it sucked in that way because I was spoiled for most of the important parts. But even with that in mind, still a really solid show. I would recommend it for sure. I tried to watch Dexter, didn't keep my attention, but hubby liked it. Fair enough. I guess it's not for everybody. I thought it was pretty fun. I also, to be fair, watched most of it while I was at work, and I work like 12 to 13 hours every day that I work. So I have a lot of time on my hands as far as like having something like my phone propped up and watching it while I'm working. So that's probably why I was able to get through so quickly. And then, yes, of course, I already know you were going to be happy, Jamie. Twin Peaks mentioned. I've heard quite a few good things about it. So it's on my list, especially because my girlfriend's, like I said, been asking me to watch it. So, all right, I am all caught up with the chat. Let me go ahead and get to these questions. I've got 5 more starred questions. We're starting off with Brett saying, when you say Black Christmas as your favorite, you mean 2019, right? How did I not specify? Yes, of course. Of course I meant 2019. What else is there? Well, I guess I could have meant Black Xmas, the second one. Definitely not the original, though. Gene's question is, have you watched a movies that was so bad you would never watch again? The first thing that comes to my mind is Jeepers Creepers Reborn, but I know I'm going to watch that movie again. I don't necessarily look forward to it, but I know I'm going to watch that one again. I can say for 100% certainty, I'm never watching Toxic Avenger parts 2, 3, and 4 ever again. Those movies can do a lot of bad things to itself. Okay. Not a fan. I like the original. I like the remake. 2, 3, and 4. Get out of here. Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation. Never watching it again. Couldn't pay me. I'll do quite a few things for some money. So you probably could, but don't want to. We watched this movie in Discord called Wind Chill. Not very good. I'm never watching April Fool's Day again. Well, never say never, actually. It is a thematic movie. So let me not go that far. Let me think. Gotta look at my shelves real quick because that'll help me. Skinamarink. Never watching that shit again. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Probably Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, and Day of the Dead. Not big on those either. Probably will not rewatch them. Most of the Hellraiser movies, never gonna watch those again. Probably, not unless there's a reason for it. I wouldn't just do it of my own volition. Let's just go with that. I think that's a pretty solid list. I'm sure I could name more if I really thought about it, but those are definitely the ones that come to mind right away. Oh, and thank you for the question, Gene. We got Chester saying, which horror remake movie that was so good that's made you disappointed? All right, hold on. I might have a stroke here. Which horror remake movie that was so good that's made you disappointed? Which horror movie? It might be me. This might be me. Hold on. Which horror remake was I don't know. Chester, could we get some clarification on this one, please? Because I feel like this could go two different ways, and I'm not quite sure which one you're asking, and I don't want to answer incorrectly. So if you could give me if you could just try that again for me, please. I apologize. And then I'll get to that question. I'll answer these next two, and then I'll get back to yours. We got Nanette saying, "Who are your top 5 favorite actors, if you have any?" Yeah, off rip, Justin Long, always. Justin Long, Kyle Gallner. I'll watch anything with Mia Goth in it. Those are like my top 3 off the top of my head. Damn. Why did I do a Q&A? I think I'm bad at thinking. So why did I ask you guys to ask me shit? Let's see. That's 3. That's 3. I like Nicholas Hoult. I like him a lot. I like a lot of the movies he's in. Johnny Depp. Let's throw Johnny Depp out there. I love Johnny Depp. I also really love Denzel Washington. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Denzel Washington movie. Every performance he gives is just immaculate. So there's 6 for you. And we got Brett saying favorite non-horror TV series. I'm not going to count anime for this question because if we're counting anime, it's got to be an anime. But and there could be multiple options. But I'm going to go non-animated for this question. If it was anime, it'd be Tokyo Ghoul. Non-animated, although that is horror, so I guess that wouldn't count. Shit. What TV shows do I watch that aren't horror? I was a huge fan of Glee growing up. Still love that show. Good show. Glee. Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, Bar Rescue. I don't know. I don't think I'm much of like a TV show watcher that it's not horror related or anime related. So I'll just leave it at that. I think those are probably the best options I can give for that. Let's get back to these chats. See if I. Okay, I got another question by Chester. We got Ashton saying Jamie and Des got me to watch Twin Peaks last year. It only took like a year of them talking about it for me to finally watch it. LOL. Um, well, Ashton, what did you think about it? Is it worth my time? Let me know, please. Fuck, this makes me want a beer. LOL. Um, if that's not a bad thing, then I hope you get yourself a nice cold one. If that is a bad thing, stay away from that shit. Go get some water. Halloween 5, wild. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I'd rather watch Halloween 5 over Halloween 3. So no, Chester, you're good. You're good. Let's see. Well, let's see. Brett was saying he's asking what remake is disappointing to you that others find good. Okay, I'm gonna go off this one. Chester's question was, what remake is disappointing to you that others find good? Hmm. Hmm. Let me. Sorry, I gotta look up. I gotta look up horror movie remakes because I am so bad thinking off the top of my head here. Because I do think I like a lot of remakes. Like I think I match well with like a lot of the remakes that a lot of other people enjoy. So for me to find, I think I'm gonna be hard pressed to find um a remake that like everyone generally likes that I dislike. But let me look. Let me look real quick. Um, I can tell you ones that I like that generally people don't like for sure. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, don't think it's as bad as everyone gives it or gives it shit for. Um, I like Rob Zombie's Halloween. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a remake that like people generally like that I'm gonna be like, no, this sucks. I'm looking through here and none of these are like sticking out to me. I could probably go on and on about ones that are remakes that I like that most people don't. Like the Wolfman, the Lee Winnell Wolfman movie. I think it's pretty good. Most people don't like that movie either. Um, Let me just keep on scrolling here. I don't want to take too much more time on this, but remake that most people dislike that I like. I'm not seeing any. I don't think there is, Chester. I don't think there is. If one comes to mind in the middle of this, then I'll get back to you on that one. And sorry for kind of misunderstanding your question, but I appreciate you guys for all flooding in and helping me understand. Um, let's see. I saw Gene said something. Where did it go? Oh, I done messed myself up. Where did it go? Okay, Gene, I'll stop you there. I'm kidding. When I mentioned Black Christmas, I was talking about Black Christmas 74, the original. There's just this long running joke that Destiny started that Black Christmas 2019 is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And so, like, anytime we talk about Black Christmas, we always make jokes about 2019. Love Black Christmas 74. I watched the movie for the first time like 5 years ago, and I think I've watched it like 15 times since then. Um, yeah, I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. So definitely talking about the original. Don't let them fool you. Uh, Brett says, love those shows too. Keelan, Kitchen Nightmares, Hell's Kitchen, or anything Gordon yells at people. Yeah. Yep. It's just like a good time burner too. I love those shows. Nanette said, "You said that you were watching Breaking Bad. It's not a horror TV show. Are you saying you don't like that show, Keelan?" No, I definitely do like the show. I guess he was just asking about like my favorites. So, um, I also would agree with what Jamie's saying here. Breaking Bad isn't horror, but it's horrific. So far, what I've seen, I'm only on season 2. Um, I would agree. There's some pretty horrific and challenging moments. But back to your question, Nanette. I'm enjoying Breaking Bad so far. I just haven't finished it yet, so I don't know about putting it as like on my list of favorites. Oh, Jamie, we got Jamie saying I think Shameless is underrated. William H. Macy is a treasure. I've seen I've seen a lot of Shameless but without watching it myself, but I've seen it through like other people watching it around me. It's just one of those shows that like I've seen quite a bit of. Jamie asks, is Aeon Flux anime? I like that show. I believe there is an animated show, which if that is the case, then I would consider it anime, especially if it's animated by anyone Japanese or like originated from a crew that's Japanese or something. Not everything that's animated is considered anime, but they have done like X-Men anime where it's like animated by an actual Japanese animation company. So I would say yes, because I do think I have seen that on websites before, but I haven't watched it myself. Brett, I have your question start. I am going to get to that. I appreciate you opening that door for me because before I chose to do my horror YouTube channel, I originally was going to do an anime channel instead. So, I got you, Nanette. I would recommend giving it a chance, Nanette. It's pretty good, I would say. Heather, non-horror TV shows for me, Gilmore Girls. My sisters watched that with me growing up. It's pretty fun. Grey's Anatomy, Game of Thrones. That's on my list. Once I was gonna finish Breaking Bad, I was thinking about doing Game of Thrones, but I just don't know about committing to a show that I've heard has such a bad ending. I don't want my heart broken like that, you know? It's like setting myself up for failure. I don't know if I'm feeling that. And she says Scrubs and The Pit. Um, my sister is currently watching Grey's Anatomy, but it's just so many seasons, man. I don't know how you guys do it. Oh, what's up, Dad? My daddy's here. Uh, somebody punch me. I finished Breaking Bad. It's my second favorite TV show of all time. I'll get back to you on this, Jamie, on my final consensus. I watched the OG run of Aeon Flux in the 90s. It was animated, just not sure if it's considered anime since it seems similar. And my dad's saying it was originally anime on MTV. Okay, let's look this up real quick. Is Aeon Flux an anime? Oh, okay. So no, Aeon Flux is not a Japanese anime. It's an American avant-garde science fiction animated television series. So I guess not. It's technically a Western animated TV show, so it wouldn't be considered anime. It is animated, and a lot of anime. I just saw some of like the animation style of it. Um, very similar. Even like those classic GI Joe TV shows and or the GI Joe cartoon and like X-Men and stuff. It's all like Western animation, but it wouldn't be considered anime. Yeah, avant-garde, so posh. Yeah, 100%. I was like, "What the f why are we describing it like this?" But, yeah. Let's get back to Brett's question. This is the last question I have so far, so if you guys have any other questions, throw them in there. You can ask me about anything. It doesn't have to be about film, TV shows. You can ask me about my life. You can ask me about me. You can ask me about whatever. You can ask me about my favorite brew. Ask away. We got Brett saying, "Let's get into that anime. Favorite anime: Dragon Ball Z and Naruto Shippuden are my goats." Yeah. So, personal favorite: Tokyo Ghoul, Berserk. So I got this Brand of Sacrifice. Naruto. Mm, Hunter x Hunter. Toradora. Let's go with that. My top 5. Those are like my top 5 favorites. But I mean, I have a list in my phone of all the anime series I've completed. I'm at like 140 something like shows completed. And that's not like like some of those shows have like 9 seasons, 6 seasons. So, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen most of like the very generic shows, and then I've watched a couple like I mean, I've seen some niche stuff too, but anime is like before I really, really got into horror specifically, anime is like all I watched. So I could talk about this shit all day. Obviously, I love Dragon Ball Z. One Piece is really good. I'm just talking about the ones that like I've connected to more on a personal level that mean something to me. The ones that I listed are the ones that I love the most. But I truly believe without Naruto, like I probably wouldn't be the person that I am. That shit, like Naruto really created my ninja way, and now I'm here. So, but thank you for that question, Brett. I ask, we want to talk about anime. I love talking about anime. I can do that all day. Keep asking. No, I know you weren't saying it was Japanese. I was like following up on or I was reading the definition because they were asking if it was anime, and so I was verifying. Robin says Scrubs knows how to rip your heart out, though. I've never like those medical shows and stuff. I've never really watched. Closest thing I've watched to that was like CSI Miami, and I don't even think I finished that. So I don't know. We got Brett saying favorite food. Also, do you cook other than za? If so, what do you cook? My favorite food is probably pizza. Pizza. I'm not much of like a cooker, to be honest. I like pizza. I like steak. I like Mexican. So like nachos, tacos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas. uh yeah, I like all that stuff. As far as like cooking, I'm super basic, to be honest. Like sweet potatoes, like pan fried sweet potatoes, eggs, steak, chicken sometimes, like basic vegetables. I don't be chefing it up, bro. I am a pizza master though. I do be making the pizzas. Um Jamie, are you Gen X like me? I believe he is Gen X. Erica saying, I have no questions. LOL, no prepared. Well, way to be supportive, Erica. Appreciate that. Yo, Erica, we might have to ban this guy. I'm not even kidding. We might have to ban this dude. I am actually kidding. He who shall not be named. I don't talk about that shit on here. We got Nanette saying, here are my favorite non-horror TV shows. We've got 12 Monkeys, Dawson's Creek. My sister loves that show as well. Criminal Minds, The British Baking Show, America's Funniest Home Videos, Family Feud, Name That Tune. I think she has a part 2, or maybe that was it. Very good list. I think of these, I've only ever seen like some of Dawson's Creek, some of Criminal Minds, and obviously like some of America's Funniest Home Videos and Family Feud. Haven't really heard of the others, but I might have to give them a shout. Check them out, you know? I love cooking. Haven't cooked much lately because of a deep depressive funk I'm in, but I do love it. Well, Robin, I'm sorry to hear that. And hopefully you can get some separation from that and some enjoyment from the stream at least. Um, you're not asking me for advice, but if I could just give a little piece, cook anyways. Because if you love it, at least you're spending time doing something that you love rather than being stuck in that rut. And then you'll feel good afterwards because then you get to eat it. And food always tastes better when you make it yourself. So Hope you're doing okay though, Robin. We got my dad saying, "Give me some Ninja Scroll and Afro Samurai." For sure, for sure. And saying Blue Eyed Samurai. That is more of a newer one. Haven't watched it. We got Brett asking part two, favorite fast food and sit down restaurant. My favorite fast food is probably Chick-fil-A, or I love me some Firehouse subs. Chick-fil-A, Firehouse, probably. The more as I get older, the like less of a stomach I have for fast food. It just kind of makes me feel like shit. I don't like feeling like that. So, but Chick-fil-A for sure. Chick-fil-A always never makes me feel like trash unless I get a milkshake. Then I definitely feel like garbage. But I just ate Chick-fil-A last night. As far as my favorite sit down restaurant, if you asked me this question like 10 years ago, I would have said Golden Corral, right? Like off rip. But I like a lot of the local places near here. Some of them are like pizza places and stuff. I love getting a good solid pizza and being able to get like a pitcher of beer with it. Solid. Also like some local Mexican restaurants and stuff. But if I had to pick a sit down chain, Olive Garden's always a really solid pick. Long no, Texas Roadhouse is also a good choice. And hmm, Chili's. I'll go with Chili's. Olivia and I like to go there, so yeah, Chili's it is. We got Austin saying, "Hey Stash, at a softball game, we'll join later if you're still on." Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go. We've only been on for almost an hour. I mean, I'll go for. I'm not gonna go all night, but if people are here and they're having a good time and they're asking questions, we're chilling. I'll go for a bit. You know, I'm not really on a time frame today. I don't work tomorrow, so. But I hope you're enjoying the softball game, Austin, and hopefully you have time to pop back in so you can ask some questions. Stash out. Uh, loud noises. That's funny. That's a good movie too. It's been a minute. Ah, those damn enchiladas for sure. We got Chester saying favorite pasta dish to eat. Um, Probably like a 5 cheese ziti. Um, or just like angel hair with meat sauce, lots of cheese on it. Yeah, pasta. I get really bad heartburn when I eat tomato sauce, so like I really don't eat. I try not to eat a lot of it. That's the unfortunate part about me loving pizzas. The same thing happens. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes you just gotta suffer. We got Jamie saying her top 5 favorite TV shows are Twin Peaks, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, and Friends. My dad loves The Sopranos, and he loves Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. I don't know if he's ever seen Twin Peaks or Friends, but I've seen quite a bit of those 3 shows I just mentioned in my household growing up. So, uh, did you say pizza master dough? I well, I think I said though, but dough like slang, you know. Probably sounded kind of silly to say like that though. You might be right, bud. I don't know. We got Stephanie, aka Skittles, saying, "How's your shelf holding up?" It's not. It's off the fucking wall, and my snow globe broke. So cooketh, absolutely cooketh. But thank you for being here, Stephanie. If you have any questions you want to throw my way, horror, non-horror, personal, not personal, send it in. That's what we're here for. We're doing a Q&A. We're chilling, having some bevies with the homies. Let me know. We got Erica saying, "I'm here." Rude. Fair enough. You are here. But I guess you just don't really want to get to know me. It's whatever. At least you're modding. That's cool. Austin says Glee is my unironically my fave non-horror show. I'm not ashamed. Austin, I don't know if you heard this, but I did say that I enjoyed Glee a lot, unironically. I've seen it. I've seen the show in full multiple times. So no shame here, brother. Don't be ashamed. Glee's a good show. I even like the live Glee, the voice type show that they did, the Glee Project. I watched that. I think they only had 2 or 3 seasons, but I watched that too. I'm a, you know, I'm a ride or die for the Glee stuff. Let's see. Oh, here's the continuation of Nanette's list. I thought she had more. She said Weakest Link, Dexter, Bleach. Okay, little anime drop there. Nice. Curious George, Just Add Magic, Dinosaur Train, and Downtown Abbey. I'm realizing that I slack a lot on the TV show game because y'all are listing shit that I have never even heard of. Yep. Got Papa Keel saying Sopranos. Knew he's gonna like that one. My other favorite anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was the stuff. The Elementals. I used to own hella Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. After that, I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh! DS or something like that. Like when they were on motorcycles. Couldn't really get into it after that, but like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, solid. We got Nanette saying, "Name that tune." Is a TV show that is a game, and you have to figure out the name of the song in time, and there's 2 people. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. 12 Monkeys is a sci-fi TV show about a time machine. Okay, noted. I do like me some time travel. Community food, yum. Everyone breathing on it, delish. Yeah, gotta love some buffet food. I was like, I love me some fucking Golden Corral as a kid. I don't know. Uh, Later, he won't even get what I'm talking about. I'm keeping up so far, okay? I'm following. I'm following. Let's see. Oh, question to everybody. Okay, so chilies got brought up. What is everyone's triple dipper order? I don't remember, but I think I do like the Nashville. Olivia likes the Nashville hot mozzarella sticks. And then I don't know. We might do like what the fuck are the options? Let me look this up because I just don't know. Chili's triple dipper options. See what they got here. Okay, sliders. That sounds like one I would get. Yeah, we probably do like the fried mozzarella, boneless wings, maybe the Southwestern egg rolls, and then the Big Mouth Bite sliders or something. I know for a fact that Nashville hot mozzarella sticks are on there. We got Lenny dropping a question. Do you watch any of the Star Treks? I do not, my friend. I'm pretty sure my dad swears by like the newer movies. He says that they're really good, and I'm sure he's probably seen like Star Trek, but I don't know. Never really got into Star Trek from what I've seen of it, but there's still time. I'm only 26, so. Uh, oh, and even we got Jamie saying, "I love Star Trek, and I've seen every single Star Trek movie in the theater." Of course, of course, you have, Jamie. Um, Oh, we got Blu-ray in the house. What's up, Blu-ray? Thanks for being here. If you have any questions, throw them my way. Horror, non-horror, anything. Let me know. Ask away. We're getting intimate over here. Yes, all Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, and Knight of the Seven Kingdoms are great. Okay. Noted. Noted. Just feels like a lot to commit to for a show that apparently doesn't have a good ending. I really don't know how I feel about that. A lot of people have not heard of the shows that I watch, Keelan. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of TV shows. So there's gonna be some I'm sure I could name some shows that you've probably never heard of or never seen before. So it's all good. We got Steph saying, I've been binge watching Dexter. I'm up to New Blood. Actually, funny, Stephanie, we talked about this quite a bit earlier on in the stream. I've also been watching Dexter for the first time. I finished New Blood and I'm waiting for my girlfriend to finish it so her and I can watch Original Sin and Resurrection together. So we're on the same journey right now and I'm loving it. It's been good. Oh, we got Blu-ray dropping a question saying, what songs have you been listening to lately? Honestly, I've really been going back. Um, listening to a lot of music that like my brother listened to when I was in like elementary school. So I've been revisiting like Flyleaf, The Spill Canvas, um, System of the Down, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I can't really name specific songs because my shit's just on like shuffle, but I listen to a lot of that. I also listen to a lot of Scrim. I've been listening to a lot of Scrim, one of the members of Suicide Boys. He's got some good songs. Yeah. I've also been listening to this song called Ghost by No Fame. It's a pretty good song. You should check it out. That one's been on repeat, but yeah, that's all I could think about as of now. Nothing super specific. Just Ghost by No Fame. Oh, I didn't know that, Dad. He saw all the Trek movies in theaters also. Interesting. The more you know. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm not confused. Oh, yes, the Hannibal series. That's a super good mention right there, Dad. Forgot about that. Great show. I haven't finished season 3. But season 2 were great. Or 1 and 2 on that. Oh, we got Heather dropping another question. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Hmm. It's definitely a toss-up between Raphael and Michelangelo. Michelangelo is just the funnier one, but I think I'm gonna edge it out with Raphael. The size, he's a little more serious. I like the color red. Plus, I just think he's the most badass. So I'm gonna go with Raph for sure. Jamie says the 12 Monkeys movie. See, I thought this was a movie as well, so that makes sense. Has Brad Pitt being freaky as ever in it. Highly recommend. I'll leave that for the ladies. Oh, show. Knock, knock. What's up, Cole? You were mentioned earlier because you said that I was going to be on Dexter for 6 months, and I finished the first like 9 seasons of it in 2 weeks. Waiting for my girlfriend to catch up on New Blood so I can watch Original Sin and Resurrection with her. Didn't take me that long, bud. Have more faith in me next time. Thanks for being here. We're asking questions. Well, they're asking questions. I'm answering. Shooting the shit, chilling. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, flood them in. Let me know. We got 14 now. We just had 16 people watching. That's quite a few people for us just chilling and yapping away. But yeah, any questions, as long as they're not like super invasive. I don't care what it's about. Horror, non-horror, doesn't matter. Throw them in the chat. Let me know what you want to know about me. We got Chester saying, did you like SpongeBob as a kid when it came to cartoons? I like SpongeBob now, buddy. I could always go for some SpongeBob. Definitely top 5 cartoons for me of all time. Yeah, just never gets old. There's always something. Of all the things that I drop references of, SpongeBob is probably the most show that I probably, sorry, English. I probably reference SpongeBob the most of anything. It's just so referenceable. Is that a word? Referable? Referenceable? Oh well, it is today. Yeah. SpongeBob. It's a good one, Chester. Yep, we got Robin doubling, or he's saying Michelangelo. You know, fair enough. I think Raph's just a little bit better. I don't know. We got Nanette saying, "Do you have a pet? If so, what kind? If you don't have a pet, or if you had any other kind, what kind of pets have you had?" This almost reads like a tongue twister. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Do you have a pet? If so, what kind? If you don't have a pet, or if you had any other kind, what kind of pets have you had? That's crazy. That's just the way it sounds in my head. But anywho, I do have a pet. Technically, he's my dad's dog, but his name's Pomage, and he's a dog. I did have a German Shepherd puppy with my girlfriend, but we just got rid of him. His name was Zombie. But we decided it was not the best time to keep him. So other than that, I don't really have any pets. She wants to get a leopard gecko. Might do that at some point, but once I'm in a place where I'm able to have more of like my own animals and stuff, definitely gonna get another dog. Not sure what type, but yeah, just dogs. I've really just had dogs. My grandma had a cat growing up, but my my house, we've always been like a singular pet household, not very um pet friendly as far as having multiple. So my birthday is in 4 days, makes me want to drink heavily. Jamie, it's okay. Aging is a privilege. Getting older is a privilege. Happy early birthday. Um, yeah, I hope it's a good one. I hope it's the best one yet. Oh, we got Erica finally saying, "Don't forget to hit the like button." Go do that. Go do that. I would appreciate that. You 18 people out there watching me yap away, go hit that like button. Cheers to you. No, but seriously, I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. It's been amazing. We got Brett saying last question. Favorite video game? Mine are Star Wars Battlefront 2, very solid. Kingdom Hearts 2, we'll get to that. Star Fox in 64 and Mario Kart in 64. All right, easy. Kingdom Hearts, entire franchise, love it to death. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, love that shit. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, by far the best SpongeBob game ever. They did a remaster for it during COVID. Bought it, played through it again. Still just as good as I remember. Tony Hawk's, I mean, I can name like 5. Tony Hawk American Wasteland, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, Tony Hawk's Underground, Underground 2, Tony Hawk Project 8. Pro Skater's okay. Hmm. Final Fantasy 7. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Pokemon Stadium on the 64. Crash Bandicoot, like any of them. Jack and Daxter, Jack 2, Jack 3. Always liked playing those games when I was younger. I'm trying to dig in my video game bag right now. I played Apex Legends a lot. It's more of a recent one. Minecraft is a given. Like, if you don't like Minecraft, I don't like you. Just no two ways about it. But definitely number one, Kingdom Hearts franchise. I'm still waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4. That shit, it's gonna be another 10 years till it comes out, but I'm gonna take a week off from work when it comes out and I'm gonna play it, that's for sure. All right. The ending for Game of Thrones it's not bad enough to not watch it. Okay. Maybe. Might have to I don't know. I might have to just take a break in between these longer shows before I get to watching Game of Thrones. Hey, we got my beautiful girlfriend in the house. She says, "Hey, love him." I don't know who she's talking about, but I'm assuming she's talking about this guy right here. This guy. Probably not. I don't know. She's probably not because I don't think she would have said that like that, but who knows? Not me. I'm starting to get confused, Erica. Help. Help. Um, everyone being so nice to her. I appreciate that. The only music I listen to is John Carpenter music soundtracks while I'm walking. Fair enough, Chester. If that's what floats your boat, then listen to it enough for the both of us, please. Okay, gotcha. Damn, I'm pretty far behind the chat at this point. God. Oh, we got a new name in here. T Parker. What's going on, T Parker? Thanks for tuning in. Saying Dexter, Original Sin, and Resurrection are top tier. I'm waiting till my girlfriend finishes New Blood so I can get to them. I'm excited. I binge watched the first 9 seasons in like 2 weeks. I'm fucking ready to run through a wall. But I'm on her time now, so just waiting. But thanks for being here, man. Don't think this is your first time in one of my streams, but I don't think I've seen your name pop up in mine too often. So I appreciate you for blessing me with your presence, pal. Oh, we got Papa Keel saying, "What is the next horror movies you're really excited to see coming soon?" I've had tickets to Obsession twice. Haven't gone and see it yet. Haven't had a chance to, but I'm excited to go see that. Backrooms that was mentioned. Let me just look up horror 2026 real quick. Ugh, excuse me. Evil Dead Burn, absolutely on the top of my list. I gotta look. Sorry. What else is coming out for the year? Oh, Resident Evil. I'm looking forward to that. Ice Cream Man, another one I'm looking forward to. Pinocchio Unstrung, Clayface. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Those are like the ones that I would say off the top of my head. Very short list of the ones I'm most excited for. Mr. Krabs always cracks me up. Don't touch my money. Me money. Yeah, Mr. Krabs is top tier character. We got T Parker saying SpongeBob season 1 through 3 and the first movie are the best. I also enjoyed seasons 4 and 5 as well. I don't know shit about what episodes are in what season. I couldn't even gauge this, T Parker, but it's just top tier. It's so referenceable. There's just so many good episodes, so many funny moments. Like SpongeBob is definitely like super big part of my childhood. Technically, that dog is yours. I just ended up taking care of it. Well, that's my mom's fault. We got Brett saying subscribe to kill the credits. Abso-freaking-lutely. Finally, question mark. One and done then. Fair enough. That's what I get for, I throw out too many jabs. It's my fault, not yours. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Yeah. Pro Skater 4 is cool. Let's see. We got Miss Star This Blue. I see your question. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Yes. The Pro Skater series is not my favorite. I like American Wasteland. I actually just replayed American Wasteland on my PS2 last year. Love that one. And then Underground and Underground 2. I need to play through Underground and Underground 2 soon. I just recently bought those last year for PS2, and I played through American Wasteland, and then I hopped into Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I definitely need to play Underground 2. Those are more of my favorites. There's a little more fun, creative. Let me just get Blue's question here. What's your favorite Seth Rogen movie? Superbad is like one of the first ones that come to mind. This Is the End, The Interview, 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's in it, so I guess I'm gonna consider that Seth Rogen's. I don't know. if he had anything further to do with that. Seth Rogen. I'll just go with those. Those are the ones that come to my mind instantly. So we'll go with that. Thank you for the question, Blue. We got Nanette saying, "What do you know about PlayStation 3?" I actually went from a PlayStation 2 to a 360 to a PS4 to a PS5. I do own a PS3, just never owned it and played it. But I bought one recently because I collect video game consoles and stuff. But most of the games you can play on there, you can play on PS5 and 4 now. So I don't know too much about it. But if you were going to have a follow up question here, Nanette, let me know. I would love to know. Ashton says, "Nothing beats the Last of Us games for me, and no, I'll never shut up about them. Never played them. I know that's probably heresy when it comes to video games, but only games I do is wrestling, basketball, GTA 5, MLB. Oh, just shook my brain a little bit, actually. SmackDown versus Raw 2006, solid. The Bakugan video game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of Roses, used to play that shit all the time. Resident Evil 4 on the PS2 was a lot of fun. God of War 2. Doritos Crash Course, come on now, on the 360, solid. Backyard Football, killer. Love that game. We got Jamie dropping a list of her favorite games. She says Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, American McGee's Alice Madness Returns. I did want to play Alice Madness Returns. And then she says Silent Hill 2 and 3. Also wanted to get into the Silent Hill franchise. Psychonauts 1 and 2, Layers of Fear, Control, Alan Wake 1 and 2. I think that's it. It's a good list. It's a very good list. Some of those I've never heard of, but some of them I have, and they're on my want to playlist for sure. Blue says, "My favorite games of all time are RuneScape, World of Warcraft, Resident Evil 4. I've never played RuneScape or World of Warcraft, but I have played Resident Evil 4. It's a very good one. T is an awesome and OG horror community member. Yeah, I see him in streams all the time. Even ones that I go and watch, he's in the chats and stuff. So I'm definitely familiar. I just don't. I'm sure he's probably been here once or twice before, but yeah, I know T Parker. He's no stranger. I see him in Sledgehammer horror streams often and stuff. We got Olivia saying, "I want to see Obsession so bad." I know. We need to find time. If not, we might just have to wait for Backrooms to come out, and then we just hit the theater and watch them on the same day together, like a little double feature day. Could be fun. Resident Evil 7 and 8 and Evil Within 1 and 2. I've never played any of the. Well, I've played the Evil Within, but I didn't play any of those other ones. So. Play through Diablo 4 with me? Are you talking to me, Cole? I've never played any of those. Is Diablo a Souls game? Or a Souls-like game? I don't know. T Parker says, "My favorite games are Uncharted 1 through 4, Hitman, Resident Evil 2, 7, Village, The Simpsons Hit and Run." How did I forget that one? Yes, Simpsons Hit and Run was so good. I see SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom mentioned. Batman Arkham, solid. Only Harry Potter game I played was Prisoner of Azkaban. My sister had that one. That one's a lot of fun. Dang, how did I forget about The Simpsons Hit and Run? That's a fantastic game. I love that game. I wish they made games like that again, you know? I feel like just games don't feel the same anymore. They're too big, you know? Just too big. We got Blue saying, "Who's the most overrated director of all time?" Overrated. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know directors like that. So I don't think I could give an honest answer without just being a tryhard and trying to give you something. So not really the person to ask that or ask this question. Sorry, Blue. I can tell you some of my favorite directors. Can I? Can't even do that actually. Never mind. Thanks for the question. Sorry, not something that I could answer honestly without trying to reach. I see some love for SmackDown versus Raw 2006. Yup. Nanette says PlayStation PlayStation 3 is the cheapest one, and everyone keeps telling me that it is the best at the cheapest price. So I'm thinking about getting one come June. I was hoping that you could recommend some games. I mean, a lot of the games, you're seeing a lot of good suggestions here in the chat right now, Nanette. I do have one. I I don't remember how much I bought mine for. I think I bought it off of like a former employee I had, and it came with like a bunch of games, which I sold most of those off, two controllers, some other stuff. I think I bought it from him for like 115. So it's it's considered retro now, and like retro gaming can be expensive, but you could probably find one off Facebook Marketplace or something like that for fairly cheap. And there's tons of good games. PS2 and PS3 probably have some of the best video game catalogs. And I'm sure the chat could recommend a bunch of good games for you as well. We got Eli Cortez in the house saying, "What's up, Keelan?" in chat. And he's also saying, "Don't forget to slash that like button. Sub to this awesome channel." I appreciate the compliment, Eli, and your presence. It's always a pleasure to have. Thank you for being here. We're just chilling, as you can see. Q&A, talking about random stuff. If you got any questions for me, if you want to know a little bit about me, you want to ask my opinion on something, horror, non-horror, doesn't matter. Throw it in the chat and let me know what you want to know. Because I want to know what you want to know. You know? We got Jamie saying, "I highly recommend Alice Madness Returns. Steam has it. I probably would buy it on like PS3 and play it. I'm not much of like a PC gamer. I play console pretty much strictly. But let's see. Yes, but just watch the D4 trailer. Like best game trailer ever. You'd honestly just play the campaign for Diablo. Okay. Cole. Oh, I forgot to mention Dead Island. Another great game I really love. I'll message you on Discord, Cole. I'll message you on Discord. Do you like Kurt Russell? If you do, what is your favorite movie of his? I do. I enjoy Kurt Russell quite a bit, actually. The Thing is like one of the first ones that come to mind. Death Proof. There's a lot of the classic ones that I haven't seen that people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Is Kurt Russell in Red Dawn? That's not him. Is that him? That's not him. That's the dude from Dirty Dancing, right? Yeah, Patrick Swayze. I'm bugging out, tweaking out, bugging and tweaking out. Kurt Russell. Overboard. My girlfriend showed me that one. I like that movie. I haven't seen like Assault on Precinct 13. Wait, is he in that one? I'm thinking of Escape from New York. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that Kurt Russell's in that I don't like. Bone Tomahawk, love that movie. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a bad Kurt Russell film, so those are the ones that come to the top of my mind, though. T Parker saying I'd kill for a Simpsons hit and run remake. Absolutely. That and like Tack and the Power of the Juju. Can we please get remakes of those games? I would love it. I'd pay $100 for that. Chester saying GTA Vice City was great. The only GTA I really played was San Andreas. I did play the Scarface game on PS2. Loved that. You guys are just talking about co-op stuff. Brett, we need to get Keelan on some PAs too, because I know he would love it. I don't know what that is. What is a PA? Let me know. Oh, okay. Nanette found one cheap on eBay. There you go. I'm sure you could find some refurbished ones. Yeah, that's good. It's good that you found one for cheap. I like it. Have you ever watched the best worst movie of all time, Troll 2? I don't even think I've seen the first Troll movie. So maybe we need to do a Troll double feature in honor of Blue. Let me know, Blue. I have not seen it. Is it worth watching? It's a good question. I wish PlayStation had the Alice games, but they don't. I had to hold on to my Xbox 360 to keep playing it. Okay, well, good news. I also own an Xbox 360, so if it's not on PS3, I'll just play it on 360. We got Brett saying good. Got to finish my homework for tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Good night, Brett. I appreciate you giving me so much of your time. I don't think I'm going to go for too much longer, but I hope you have a good night and good luck on the rest of your work for tomorrow. Um, oh, we got T Parker saying, anyone here getting the upcoming Halloween game this fall? Yes, I'm just waiting for it to go on pre-order. I've also already pre-ordered the Hellraiser game. I'm ready for both of those. Super excited. Super excited. Jamie says, I saw Troll 2 in theater. My brother and I still laugh that we paid money to see that. LOL. Yeah, I have that experience like Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I spent quite a bit of money to get some multiple tickets for that movie, and it was such a fucking waste. Terrible. Terrible. All right. I will give everybody just a couple more minutes to throw out any last minute questions that we want. We've been going for about an hour and a half. I didn't really want the stream to go too long anyways. I just kind of wanted to get back on here and be able to talk with you guys because it's been a minute since I've had a stream. I had a stream earlier. I meant do a stream on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, this is my dad on his other account. Switched like a weirdo. Have you considered live streaming you playing the horror video games? I absolutely have. I think that's probably what the plan is gonna be when Hellraiser and Halloween come out. So yeah, that is definitely on my mind. We got Nanette dropping another question. You said that you would talk about Friday's live stream. When are you going to do that, Keelan? Right before I get off here, I'm going to talk about Friday's live stream, Nanette. But thank you for refreshing my brain and reminding me so I didn't forget because I could have. T Parker says top 5 fave Dexter characters. Okay, I've only seen up to New Blood, so I can only go off of that. Dexter is on the nose, but got to go with him. I like Dexter. Batista, Rita. Hmm. 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 I'm trying to think of like the other killers. Other killers. I don't know. I don't really like the Trinity Killer all that well. I love John Lithgow, but Trinity Killer didn't really do a lot for me. Did I already say Ice Truck Killer? If not, I'll throw him on there just because it's Dexter's brother, and I'll put Dokes on there. Hannah is an underrated Dexter character. Blu-ray. I did think about throwing her on there, so maybe I put her in place of the Ice Truck Killer, but I like Dokes. Surprise, motherfucker. I was kind of sad to see him go. Uh, uh, Let me stop because there's people in here who haven't seen the show, so I need to chill out. Almost said some things I shouldn't have. Dokes. I'll throw Dokes on there. Thank you for the question, T. Parker. Jamie says, I'll be doing a short live Monday night for my birthday. Hope to see you all in the chat. Absolutely, Jamie. I might be at work, but that won't stop me from pulling up on my phone and at least saying hello. So y'all make sure you give Jamie some time Monday night for her birthday and check out her stream. We got Chester saying, last question for the night is, how does it feel to be a co-host for Chills and Thrills along with Brett Man? The best watch along, hands down. You both are killing it. Thank you for that, Chester. That's very high praise. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you saying that. How does it feel? I have tons of gratitude for Brett and all of you for welcoming me to this amazing community, so quickly, like just accepting me. I appreciate Brett a ton for kind of elevating me, giving me the option to uh, be his co-host. You know, because that kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't really expecting him to ask me. We had done a few, and then he dropped the question, and he proposed. He proposed the idea of me being his co-host. And yeah, I mean the best word I could use to describe it is just um I have tons of gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity. I appreciate you guys for accepting me as the co-host. It is a lot of fun. I do think without hyping myself up, I do think that our watch alongs are probably some of the more entertaining ones that I've seen around. That's no hate to anybody else. If you're doing a movie commentary, you should specifically be talking about the movie. But if you're doing a watch party, you know, a lot of the times you're watching a movie that most people have seen. I do try to give attention to the film, but I like having fun and I like talking. As you can see, I'm talking a lot. Uh, so I like to inject some excitement and fun into the watch parties. Brett's a great guy to do the streams with. Him and I get along well. He has a lot more like info on things than I do. He's very perceptive about things, and I'm just kind of like I just try to do some funny shit. I just try to inject my personality into it when I can. Yeah, so that's my long-winded answer. It feels great. It feels amazing. Wouldn't you like to know? I'm just kidding. It feels good, and I appreciate the question and the praise, Chester. It's very appreciated. T. Parker says his favorite Dexter characters are Dexter, Rita, Dokes, Deborah, and Angel, aka La Pasión. Absolutely, that's a very solid list. Deb is a good character. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't consider her. Actually, she is a pretty solid character. I like Masuka as well. He's the comedic relief often, but yeah, I think he gets a bad rep. We've got Valerie saying, "What's up, everyone? Look who's back in the party." Absolutely. What's up, Valerie? Thank you for being here. We are unfortunately on the tail end of this stream, but if you guys have some last minute questions, you want to throw them out there, I'll give you the time. As long as like people are still interested and we're answering some questions, I'll go a little bit longer. I just don't want to drag this if nobody's you know, if you know the vibes have died down. Don't want to stretch it past my welcome. But if you have any questions, horror, non-horror, whatever, throw them in there and let me know. We've also got Stewie joining in saying, "Hey everybody, sorry I'm late. Better late than never, Stewie. It's always welcome. You know, I'm welcome to have you. It's always great to see you in the chat. Same goes for you. If you have any questions, horror, non-horror, whatever it may be, throw them in there. Let me know." Yeah, Jamie, he proposed. He proposed. The question. Got Eli saying that Christmas tree in the background. You're too awesome, my guy. Yeah, just you know, it lights up that corner. I never had anything to put in there in place of it, so I was like, oh, why not just leave it? Uh, uh all right. Nobody did it, so I'll do it for you. Everyone, give me a PARTY. What's that spell? Party. Spells party. You fucking imbecile. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you coming in here and injecting some excitement into the chat, Valerie. Not that there already wasn't any, but I like the energy. I like the vibes. I like the enthusiasm. I appreciate you. Nanette says, I don't know about anybody else, but you definitely can go longer. You can even go 3 hours. It would be fine with me. Keelan. I appreciate that, Nanette. I wasn't necessarily planning for the stream to be super long to begin with. I kind of, like as I said, just wanted to get my face back on here, give you guys a chance to just talk with me rather than just, you know, have a topic that you guys can take the topic wherever you want to go. So, as much as I would love to sit here for 3 hours, I am also a little tired. I work long hours, but, you know, as long as the questions keep flooding in, as long as they're decent questions, I'll stay on a little longer. We got Stewie dropping a question saying, "What do you think about short horror films? Are they able to get the suspension that traditional feature-length films do?" Okay. So we're talking, like, short films. Uh I think it depends. I've seen some really well-made short films that do everything they need to do in a very small amount of time, and then I've seen some that clearly, like, they should have reworked the script, they should have reworked the concept to where, like, they could fulfill everything they wanted in such a short amount of time. Um, I maybe that's, like, a fence-sitting question, but I truly think it depends on the director of the short film. I've seen some really good ones, I've seen some not so good ones. Um, I think if done correctly, they absolutely are able to get the suspension that a traditional feature-length film does. Um, yeah, just depends. I've seen some, like I said, I've seen some good ones. I've seen some bad ones. Valerie says, "Yay, party!" Absolutely, absolutely. Did you cut the Xmas tree with the Texas chainsaw? LOL. Dad jokes. Cut that shit out with the dad jokes. I just dropped like water. Dad, I don't know if you heard earlier, but my shelf fell. Oh, I think there's glass. I don't know. My shelf fell and my Texas Chainsaw Massacre globe broke everywhere. So there was water on that. And I heard something fall. It had a little bit of weight to it. Oh, yup. Piece of glass. Piece of glass. Glad I did not step on that. Anywho. I love listening to disco music. What's your favorite song from the 70s? Well, seeing as that I was still swimming in the 70s. Actually, was I? I don't even my dad might have been swimming in the 70s. I think he was born 77? I don't fucking know. To be honest, I couldn't name one 70s song, especially if we're talking disco music. Um, I don't know. I just enjoy music. I don't really know years and stuff like that, Valerie. Sorry. That is a good Michael Myers cutout you got there. Yeah, I appreciate that. I got that from Party City. 6'2". 6'2". Big old thing. Nanette says, "How do you feel about long movies?" To be honest, I'm not really a fan. There's many times where I'll be like, "Oh, I want to see this movie," and then when I go to book my ticket, I see that it's like 2 hours plus. I'm like, do I want to do it? I love watching movies, but I also hate losing time. And when a movie is like 2+ hours long, I'm like, not really feeling it. But it depends. Like Terrifier 2 is over 2 hours. Really like that movie. As long as the movie carries, I won't complain about it. But long movies that are also slow burn and like don't fill up the space with some sort of excitement or energy, not a fan of. Not a fan of. Not a fan at all. All right. Jamie says, "Good night to all sane folks." What about the insane? They can't get a good night? I'm just kidding. Good night, Jamie. Thank you for spending as much time with us as you did. I appreciate it. Why did it fall? I don't know. I shut the door, and I guess one of the tacks I was holding up the shelf fell, and that shit broke. Itty what itty. Well, I knew that was coming for sure. Whoa, look who it is. Look what the cat dragged in. We got Fachi. What's up, Matt? Saying what's poppin', brother Keelan. My name has two N's at the end. Just saying. What's up, dude? So sorry I could not make your watch party last night. I would have 100% said yes. Our power was out till 1 a.m. It's fucked up. But I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed Dream Warriors. I know you do. I know it's your favorite movie of all time. So, yeah. Thanks for being here, brother. Doing a little chill hangout Q&A. If you got any questions for me, throw them in there. If not, presence is all I need. We've been going at it for a minute, so as soon as the questions start to really die out, everyone kind of just seems like they're just here. I'm a bid farewell. So, oh, we got T Parker saying fave Halloween sequel and Michael Myers actor. I will admit I am not super educated on the actors that play them. I know quite a bit. Can't say I know 100% certainty which is which. I think Nick Castle is probably going to be one that people point to the most. I think he probably moves the best out of most of the actors that plays Michael. I also like James Jude Courtney in the new trilogy. Tyler Mane. I like Tyler Mane's version of him as well. As far as Halloween sequels go, I'm like a. This is all nostalgia reasons, but I really like H4. But as far as like my personal favorite to watch, 2018 is really good, and I think H6 is a little underrated. I really like Resurrection. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I like me some Resurrection. But my favorite sequel, I'll probably go with 2018. It's my first Halloween movie I got to see in the theater, so we'll go with that one. We got Valerie giving me some music tips, saying take a listen to Bunny M. He has great music. Take a listen to Voodoo Night by Bunny M. Will do, Valerie. I appreciate the recommendation. Next time we do a stream, or I do a stream and you're here, I'll give you my opinion. Yeah, we already knew that was coming. The gift with the chainsaw for sure. I was born in 72. I'm older than your father. Nope, he was born in 71. I just don't know shit about nothing. Bad at this stuff. Who puts up a shelf with tacks? What the fuck? It stayed up for like 9 months, first off. It's been up there for a long time. I don't know what happened. Only one tack fell out. I don't know. It's been up there for a long time, brother. And also plenty of people put up shelves with tacks, okay? Erica, your days are numbered, bud. Your days are numbered. Ooh, we got Valerie saying, I agree. Nick Castle and Don Shanks are incredible Michael Myers actors. I know the name, but I honestly couldn't tell you which one Don Shanks played, to be fair. Favorite sequel, Halloween Ends, Runs Away. Favorite Michael, James Jude Courtney. You don't got to run away for Halloween Ends. I enjoy Halloween Ends a lot. I don't hate that, Ashton. I don't hate that at all. Favorite and least favorite Hellraiser film. This question must be for Erica specifically, but I appreciate that, Blue. My favorite is probably, I mean, you probably just have to go with the original objectively, right? Subjectively, like my personal opinion, I think I had probably the most enjoyment out of Judgment. And that's probably crazy because Doug Bradley's not there. It's one of the last ones to come out. It's low budget. I just found the story they went with to be a little bit more interesting. It's a little more different than the rest of them. They tried something different. You get to see more of like the Cenobites in like their own world, and like they use them in a different way. They function differently. I like Judgment. My least favorite is probably Deader because I don't remember shit about it. But like Deader and Hellseeker are probably neck and neck for like my least favorite of the franchise. So that's my answers. H1 or Judgment as my favorite. Least Hellseeker, Deader. Jamie says, I was born in 73. Yay, I'm not the oldest for once. Yeah, I guess I just realized my dad was almost born in the 60s. That makes him sound way older than he is. 71, really? I didn't know. The more you know. T Parker says H4 was my intro to the franchise when I was a kid. Yeah. I love all the Halloween movies except for Resurrection and H2. My favorite sequel is Ends, and my fave actor is James Jude Courtney. Sick. I have a lot of like guilty pleasure out of Resurrection. Do not fuck with H2. Rob Zombie's H2. Not at all. No, sir. Move along. Right. Screws, no tax, whatever. Tack you, Dad. I remember I used to call Michael Myers the Boogeyman movie when I was little. That makes sense. They do reference him as the Boogeyman. I was born in 77, so I'm chilling. I was born in 99. We're double-digit births, Stewie. That's pretty cool. Or like not double, you know what I meant. Like 77, 99. Chester says, my favorite sequel for Halloween is H4. My favorite Michael Myers is Dick Warlock. That's such a diabolical name. It's crazy. But yes, good picks. Good picks. Don Shanks played in H5. Okay. I'm not big on that one. So Keelan absolutely loves Hellraiser 2022. You know, it's in like the top 4. That's for sure. Erica loves Hellraiser. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, Henry Cavill was. He was in Hellworld. That's the only reason I really remember that one. Yeah, he was in that one. Also, Inferno is a really good one. That one's directed by Scott Derrickson, the same director of Black Phone and Sinister. That was a pretty solid one. There's a lot of pretty like notable actors now. Like Adam Scott was in Hellseeker. Yeah. Henry Cavill gets some. He gets some in Hellworld. So, not that that's important, but I do recall. You should do a Mount Rushmore of movie villains and horror movies. Like in a separate video, or do you want me to give you my Mount Rushmore right now? I'll go ahead and do it right now. My Mount Rushmore of horror movie villains. This is going to be like my personal feelings, not like of an objective standpoint. Obviously, like most people are going to go for very specific ones. Like everyone's always going to say Michael, Freddy, Jason, right? Definitely Michael for me personally. I'm going to throw the Creeper on there. Horror movie villains. I think Candyman, me personally, there's something about Candyman, especially in the original movie. I just love it. There's a grit. There's a grit to him. I just like it's tangible. I don't know how else to explain it. I can feel it. There's a warmth coming off of the screen when he comes on screen. Pause. I like Freddy. I just like his whole get up and the knife hand and the burned skin. So maybe I'll throw Freddy on there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of villains, horror movie villains. Was that wait, did I give 3 already? Michael, the Creeper. Shit, I forgot. I know I said number 3. Oh, maybe I put Freddy up there. My favorite. I'll probably throw Art the Clown up there as well. Um, I like me some Art the Clown. There you go. That's my Mount Rushmore off the top of my head. I'm not tired. You are. Oop, wrong one. Do you think you will ever try to shoot your own short horror film? I think you could do it. I've thought about it before. Never say never. I guess if I ever like actually sat down and tried to write a little story or something and could come up if I came up with something interesting that I thought was actually worth shooting, then sure. I mean, I have done short films in the past when I was in films. I took like film class in high school and stuff. There's a couple of those out on YouTube in the ether. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've definitely thought about it and considered it. Never say never. I'm young still. I got time. I got time. Stewie says Mount Rushmore. Freddy, Jason, Chucky, and Tim Curry's Pennywise. Super solid list. Super solid list. Nanette says nobody I bet will have my own or my Mount Rushmore. Let us know. Let us know what it is, Nanette. Maybe. Ashton says Michael, Chucky, Freddy, and Ghostface. Pretty good list. My Mount Rushmore is Jason, Freddy, Michael, and Chucky. I feel like these are a lot of the ones that I figured most people put on there. Erica says Art the Clown, Ghostface, Leatherface, Freddy, and Jason. Yeah, solid. I had them build me a 5th spot. That's pretty funny. Malachi, I think that's from Children of the Corn. Now I'm not sure where David is from. Freddy, and then Ginger. Is that from Ginger Snaps? Yeah, you're probably right. I have no idea. Let us know what those are from, Nanette. Michael, Jason, Freddy, Chucky. That's Chester's Mount Rushmore. Valerie says Michael, Chucky, Freddy, Leatherface. I don't know how people vibe with Leatherface like that. He's a cool character, but be on my Mount Rushmore. I'd put Billy from Black Christmas over him any day. Let me look up horror movie villains real quick. I'm really bad at pulling things off the top of my brain. Oh, my nose itches. No, I like my list. I'm gonna go with what I said. I think that's a solid choice. Ginger Snaps is another horror movie that was announced to be getting turned into a TV series. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even finish Ginger Snaps. Not that I'm against it, but I watched the first. I don't know. I started it, and I don't remember. Maybe I fell asleep or something. It just really didn't keep my attention long term. So, Mount Rushmore movies: Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Sleepaway Camp, OG, Carnival of Souls, and The Seventh Seal. Stewie, let me know about the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari because I definitely bought that on Blu-ray a couple months ago, and I haven't watched it yet. I know it's one of those movies that like I think is looked at in film school and studied often, but I don't really know anything about it. I just bought it because I heard of things. Excuse me. Sleepaway Camp. It's cool. It's all right. The ending got spoiled for me before I watched it, so like the twist ending, it just didn't hit me because of that. And then I don't think I've ever seen the last two that you just mentioned. My Mount Rushmore movies, if we're talking horror, it's Halloween, Jeepers Creepers, The Lost Boys, and Black Christmas '74. Nanette says Malachi's from Children of the Corn. David is from The Lost Boys. Okay, gotcha. You know where Freddy's from and Ginger's from Ginger Snaps. Okay. Yeah, solid list, Nanette. I like it. Have you ever watched Dark Knight of the Scarecrow? Yes. I used to own it. I watched it once and then I sold it. Um, yeah, that's really all I got to say about that, really. Everyone wonders to this day from the very first movie of TCM, he seemingly dances erratically at the end. Did y'all hear that? I just smacked that bottle into my tooth. That hurt. True. He was just mad and at the air and swinging his chainsaw at it. Big facts. He was crashing out, as the youngins say. Colonel Cochran is an honorable mention for me. He was great in H3. I'm really not a big H3 fan, to be honest. So I'll keep my opinions to myself on that one. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari had the first zombie in it, and it's creepy. Okay. I definitely will have to check it out. I bought it for a reason, of course. Yeah. I've never actually heard or seen anybody actually talk about it. At least like when we're doing these streams. So it's nice that somebody here has seen it and has good things to say about it. Even Stephen King still gets creeped out when he watches Dr. Caligari. I unfortunately feel like it's gonna be one of those movies that, because it's so old, and you know, I grew up watching like newer movies, and I'm probably like super desensitized to like what would have been creepy back then. I feel like it's not gonna hit for me, but I'm definitely open minded, and like I do try to put myself in the shoes of people back in that time period. But I don't know. I'll give it my best effort, I promise. T. Parker says, my Mount Rushmore of horror movies is Halloween 78, Scream 2, Evil Dead 2013, and Insidious. Solid list, T. Parker. Abso-freaking-lutely. Solid list. And we got Erica reminding everybody one last time. Don't forget to hit the like button. Fantasia was made in the 40s and it's still amazing. Is that the Mickey Mouse movie where he's like the broom and shit? And they're like, there's music, it's silent. Yeah, I'm not. The thing is I'm not saying that because a movie's old, it can't be good. I'm just saying as far as like, you know, I mean, you show somebody Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, and then you go and you show them 1978 for the first time. It's like most of the time they're not going to connect with it, especially if they're an adult and they don't have nostalgia or any of that factoring in. It unfortunately tends to be that way. It's going to be the same way for like 40 years from now, and somebody goes to check out, I don't know, Terrifier for the first time. There's probably gonna be something far worse than the original Terrifier by that point. Hopefully not, actually. Hopefully society does not stoop that far. But yeah, I definitely will give it my best effort. We got Chester dropping his Mount Rushmore, saying his Mount Rushmore horror movies are Halloween 281, Scream, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and The Conjuring. I like it. Good list, Chester. I like it a lot. Keelan doesn't like old movies, confirmed. Just add it to the list of rumors about me out there. You got me. Even though my Mount Rushmore has two movies from the 70s. I think Lost Boys was from the 80s, maybe 90s. Don't know. 80s, probably. And then Jeepers Creepers is from the early 2000s. You're right. I hate older movies. Oh, and I love Night of the Living Dead, the original. Oh yes, from Evil Dead 2, 1987, I thought Bobby Jo was the Laurie Strode because she wore the same matching attire clothes. I've only seen Evil Dead 2 once, so I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm very sorry, Valerie, but you're probably right. Stewie says, yeah, but Seventh Sea was made in 57 and has a great psychological horror angle, but I'd be interested in seeing your reaction to Dr. Caligari. Okay. Maybe I'll do like a video for that. Or maybe like a watch party or something. I don't know how much people would be interested in that, but if the people say they want it, I'll give it a shout. I'll give it a shot for sure. Nanette's Mount Rushmore for horror movies is The Lost Boys, Stephen King's The Stand, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Ginger Snaps. Very solid list. I think I've only seen 2 of those, The Lost Boys and Ginger Snaps. But you obviously like mythical creatures with vampires and werewolves. I'm seeing the trend, Nanette. Very cool. Stewie asked, "What do you think about I Dismember Mama?" I don't know what that is. Dismember Mama. What is this? 80s. I've never. Oh wait, where is this from? I Dismember Mama. 72. Okay, I've never heard of it, Stewie, but I gotta add it to my list of things to check out. It's forever ongoing. It's ever expanding. Ashton's Mount Rushmore of horror movies is It Chapter 1, Halloween, Child's Play 2, and Dream Warriors. They said, no, wait, replace Dream Warriors with Evil Dead 2. I really like Dream Warriors. It's a solid list, though, Ashton. You guys have got some really good ones, for sure. Are you looking forward to Toy Story 5? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm, like, super hyped for it, but, like, I like Toy Story. I like the Pixar films. So I'm sure my girlfriend and I will probably go see it in the theater when it comes out. Something cutesy for her to watch. You know, she's just a girl. All that good stuff. Austin says, I hath returned. Welcome back, Austin. I remember seeing Evil Dead 3 in theaters and had so much fun with that movie. That's the only Evil Dead movie I have not seen. I gotta give it a watch. Don't watch Dracula or The Stand. They're way too long of movies for you, Keelan. You know, I'll always give something a try at least once, except meth, and heroin. But yeah, I definitely I wouldn't mind giving them a try at least once for sure. Historically not great with longer movies, but I've got the attention span for it. It just depends. It's gotta just intrigue me enough. That's all. Oh, we got Brooke in the chat saying, "Hey everyone, hey Keelan, what's up, Brooke? Thanks for being here." I'm not sure how much longer I am going to be on here, but if you do have any questions for me, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Can be horror related, non-horror related. Doesn't matter. Just ask away, and I'll answer. Thanks for being here, Brooke. Let's see. I'm big into books. My favorite stories are mythological creatures, fantasy, and horror. A lot of my movies are the same way. Totally makes sense. I'm seeing the trend, and that's awesome. Keelan is on my Mount Rushmore of stashes. Ooh, appreciate that. I think Chuck Norris has got to be up there. Magnum PI, I forgot that guy's name. I could go a direction I'm not going to because some people might not find that funny. So I won't go there. Actually, I'll just leave it at that. I love Dream Warriors, just have a lot more fun with Evil Dead 2. Fair enough. Fair enough for sure. It was a double feature with Blood Splattered Bride, a movie that Quentin Tarantino raves about. Also a movie I have not seen before. Stu, you're just I'm gonna have to go back and write these down. You're just throwing them out there. Great. What is your Mount Rushmore of non-horror movies? I mean, probably the ones that I listed out earlier when we were talking about like favorite non-horror movies. Like I really enjoy Edward Scissorhands. Every time I watch The Lone Survivor, it always gets me. Perks of Being a Wallflower always hits. I didn't mention the Hunger Games, but I really like the Hunger Games. Dodgeball is a good one. I don't know if I could do like a Mount Rushmore, but those are like my non-horror favorites probably. You should do a watch party for People Under the Stairs since you haven't seen it. Yeah, I'll probably do like a double feature with that and something else that goes good with it. I already have like a list I've been working on, and I do have that on my list of things I want to watch and check out. So, what are your favorite monster movies? Like Universal monsters, because I haven't seen a lot of them. Truthfully, I don't even know if I could give you a top five because I don't think I've seen five. I have seen Creature from the Black Lagoon. I liked that one. I like Young Frankenstein. I like The Invisible Man, the Lee Winnell one. I also liked his Wolfman movie. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like that. And Van Helsing. We'll go with Van Helsing. What do you think about House with William Catt? I've never seen House. So remains to be seen, Stewie. Add that one to my list as well. Have you seen Intruder by the Evil Dead guys? It's a slasher in a grocery store. I have not, but I have seen it on um uh I've seen it on Shutter, I think. I need to check it out. I've got a long list of movies that I haven't seen that I need to watch, so it's on there. You were gonna say Ron. Uh that's not what I was going to say. Um Probably more controversial, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's also a real solid one. Keelan, we are infinite. And then he says that he loves me. I love you too, bud. I don't know if you heard me earlier because you said you were at the softball game, but when you were talking about Glee, I had talked about Glee before you joined the stream, and I said that that was like one of my favorite non-horror TV shows. By the way, don't know if you caught that, but I even watched the Glee project. Uh oh yeah. Uh oh, do you think watching Michael Myers versus Chucky movie would be awesome? I'm sure Chucky foul mouths at Michael. I don't know how much that would work or how much I'd really want to see that personally. I think like a Chucky versus Megan or like Chucky versus the Leprechaun would work a little better. Because Michael would just fuck his ass up. We're like, who are we getting here? Uh Chucky would get cooked. Just monsters in general. I'll leave my list. I said I don't know. Like if we're talking any monster, like a creature feature, Jeepers Creepers is number one. Um, Pumpkinhead. Monster. I like the A Quiet Place is good. Um, Cloverfield. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Them's the picks. Stewie says do a Dr. Caligari watch party since not a lot of people have seen it. Yeah, I like to do like double features on Friday, like not every Friday, but some Fridays. I'll have to find a movie that pairs with it well. It'd be like a good 1-2 punch, so that way I can draw more people in. But I'm definitely interested. I bought it for a reason. I mean, when I found it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I have to buy this." Absolutely. I think I bought it for like $15. So definitely gonna be one I need to check out soon. We got Chester saying my favorite monster movie is The Thing 1982. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I like The Thing. What is your favorite R.L. Stein Goosebumps episode? Dude, I don't even know if I've seen enough to answer this question, to be honest. I don't I haven't really watched Goosebumps since I was a kid, and then we used to watch it in, like, elementary school, so I really couldn't tell you, unfortunately. That might be something I need to go back and just watch just for the fun of it, the shits and gigs. Have you ever watched Midnight Movie? It's a horror movie that takes place in a movie theater. I haven't, but that's another one that I've seen on, like, I think it's on Tubi or something. Definitely need to give it a try as well. There's a ton of movies I haven't seen, but you guys are helping me out here. How about Mount Rushmore of comic book movies? Yeah, absolutely, I can do this one. if we're talking like DC, Marvel, whatever, like just comic book, I'm definitely going with Dread. Not Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone in it, but Dread, the remake one they did. I like that movie. Um, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Matt Reeves the Batman. Well, yeah, Matt Reeves the Batman. Hmm. Hmm. Damn, I want to like really give an honest answer, so I'm trying to think a little hard on this one. I mean, like Infinity War and Endgame, like those are obviously up there, but like I'm trying to think, those are awesome, but I'm trying to think of like the ones that I personally love the most, and not just do like MCU or DC. Um, Damn, Blade, Blade's got to be up there. Um, I'll go with Avengers. Those are the ones that I pick, like my personal favorites, ones that I always enjoy every time I check them out. Who's your favorite Glee Club member and why is it Santana? Well, it's Santana because she's a spicy lesbian. That's why. Rest in peace to her, actually. No, it's not Santana. My favorite Glee Club member was Rory, and it was because it's because I'm Irish, and I just liked him because he was Irish. He was short-lived character, but I always liked Rory. And then of the main cast, Blaine. Blaine's probably my favorite. Did you know that dolphins are just gay sharks? I didn't know. Interesting. Interesting. The next non-horror movie Mount Rushmore is Dirty Dancing, Moulin Rouge, Braveheart, and Labyrinth. Uh, Braveheart's one of my dad's favorite movies. I know he'll like that. I like Dirty Dancing. I enjoy Labyrinth. I've never seen Moulin Rouge before, but just gotta add it to my list. Let's see. Blu-ray says my Mount Rushmore for comic book movies is The Crow. Ooh, I just recently watched that one. Really good. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, The Dark Knight, and Logan. Yeah, those are all good picks. The Crow. Oh, that's a good one too. And then yeah, Spawn. I thought about naming that one too. Spawn is my favorite movie of mine. That's solid. The Nets is Blade, The Crow, X2, and Thor. Those are all good picks. There's so many to choose from, man. It's tough. It's tough. Mine is T. Parker says mine is The Dark Knight, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, James Gunn Suicide Squad. Yeah. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, yeah. Um, Solid picks. Yeah. I can't hate on those. Those are some good ones. Labyrinth scared the shit out of me as a kid, but now it's a favorite. Totally could see why. My Mount Rushmore comic book movies, says Ashton. The Dark Knight, Logan, Spider-Man 2, and Endgame. I can't argue. Can't argue with those at all. Is Kick-Ass a comic book movie? Because I really like that movie. I think it is. I probably would throw that on there. I like that one. Erica saying, haven't seen any of these. Typical of you. Valerie, fave horror movies are 80s slashers, is 90s, 70 Invasion of the Body Snatchers, this all. I'll just leave that for you because that obviously wasn't for me anyways. Erica said, oh, I lie. I've seen some of them. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Austin said, I was at the theater camp when Corey died and we turned the lights out and had a moment of silence. Oh my God. Rip to Corey and Naya. Yeah. Didn't the other dude actually, you know what? It was self-inflicted and he did some nasty stuff. So never mind. I also think it's funny that a lot of characters from Glee ended up being in like the CW DC TV shows. Like the guy who plays Barry Allen, he was in Glee. The girl who plays Supergirl, she was in Glee. The Blaine was in The Flash at one point. Were those was did Glee air on CW as well? That might be why, because it's the same network. Erica says Kick Ass is fun. I really enjoy Kick Ass. Yeah, I haven't liked the sequel. I wish they would have done another one. Ludo the giant monster is my spirit animal. Just a big misunderstood mofo. I don't know if I know what you're talking about, to be honest. Kick Ass counts. Okay, then I would have to throw Kick Ass on there. I think it's pretty solid. Chester says his Mount Rushmore is Spider Man, Batman, The Dark Knight, and X Men. Solid. I really like the Tim Burton Batman movies too. I really like the Batman and Robin, but I've heard so much. I've heard like so many bad takes on that movie. I haven't seen it recently, so I'm kind of scared to watch it again. I don't want it to like ruin my impression. Okay, Kick Ass is a comic book movie. Okay, it's based off a comic book series. All right, appreciate that, Nanette. Um, do you think they should bring more 3D movies back to horror in movie theaters? No, I don't. I mean, I think honestly, like a lot of movies do have the option to be seen in theaters. Sorry, a lot of movies do have the option of being seen in 3D in the theater. It's just in like it's like a separate thing. It's not like Friday the 13th Part 3D, where it's like the movie is pretty much just for 3D. I just don't think people vibe with it anymore. It makes you sick. Gives you a headache. I don't know. I think it's kind of fun when you're a kid to see like something 3D, but when you get older, as old as I am, it just doesn't hit the same. I definitely think they should continue to offer it as an option though for the younger people coming up, so at least they get to experience it. But eventually we'll get like 4D where like an explosion will happen and we'll feel like heat on us and shit. I'm sure that's already I'm sure it's probably already a thing there. Leah Michelle actually went on to be funny and be in Funny Girl on Broadway, and everyone effing hated her for it. Yeah, I don't think anybody from Glee really popped off, like in movies and stuff. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think, but I don't think any of them really went on to have like bigger careers. As far as like movies and film go, I see what you're saying, Austin. Like Darren Chris's Blaine is big on Broadway. I'm sure a lot of them went to do like big things in Broadway and musicals and different things like that. But as far as like movies and television, I can't think of any. Ludo is the big bull monster guy from Labyrinth. Oh shit. I need to rewatch it again then because I don't remember anything. Jason X is way over the top. Yikes. I love me some Jason X. IMAX and Dolby Cinema are better. Yeah, I agree. Like if they could do something mixed in there. Um I don't know. I just feel like every time I go see like a 3D movie, it just gives me a headache. My best friend in middle school was terrified of 3D movies. It was hilarious. I could see why someone would have why 3D would have that effect on somebody for a while until you realize that you're safe. Um you watch American Horror Story. I watched like 6 seasons. I haven't watched any of the recent seasons, but I think I watched all the way up to maybe Hotel and then it like lost my interest after that. Who's Matthew Morrison? Oh, okay. How to Google it. Um Keelan, would you be upset with me if I sub to your channel as fake characters? Uh, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be happy about that, you know, I wouldn't really want you to do that. I wouldn't ask for anybody to do that because it's not, like, authentic, you know? I'm not the number is cool, but, like, I'm here for people to connect with me and for me to connect with people. So, I think if you did that, you'd be coming from a good place in yourself, and you feel like you'd be doing something nice for me, and in that aspect, I appreciate it. But, yeah, no, I wouldn't want anybody to do that, you know? Let's just numbers don't really matter that much. It's about the connection with people, so let's not do that and say we did. Um, is the Grinch okay, Matthew Morrison is the Grinch, I rest my case. Jane Lynch was famous before and after Glee, she was Coach Sue. Listen, that I know, like, I'm not saying that there weren't people who were, like, you know, well known, um, but, uh what was it? Damn. I mean, they've had tons of, like, really well-known people. I'm saying, like, from the core cast of, like, the kids in the Glee Club, none of them went on to have, like, amazing film and TV careers. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that none of them are, like, known or not famous or anything. Um, damn, I had somebody oh, like, Gwyneth Paltrow was in that show. I mean, she went on to play Pepper Potts. She had a great career. Um, and I'm not saying that none of them had good careers afterwards. I'm just saying, like, any of, like, the Glee Club, none of them really, like, went on to have great careers, so when Sebastian Kane scares the kids in Hollow Man, I would cover my eyes. I was little and Sebastian Kane terrified me. I haven't seen Hollow Man since I was a child, so I really don't remember any of that. Mount Rushmore of horror remakes. Holy shit, time flies. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm gonna probably wrap this up here soon, but Mount Rushmore of horror movie remakes. Off the top of my head, I'll go with Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Michael Bay one, or Platinum Dunes, whatever. Uh, Eve well, Evil Dead 2013 is not really a remake. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025. I think that's a super solid remake. And hmm, Friday 13th, 2009. I'll go with that off the top of my head. Love the first 9 seasons. Season 13 of HS is bringing everyone back. Yeah, that's a show again. I'm gonna have to just go back and watch at some point. Um, T. Parker, you ever watch this show called Slasher? It's like the Canadian American Horror Story. I like that. I watched the first, like, 3 seasons of that. It was pretty good. Great answer, Keelan. Yeah, appreciate that, Erica. Have you seen the newer Invisible Man? That movie freaks me out so bad, and I'm glad and my granddad almost shit himself. Yeah, I saw that one in the theater, actually. It was really good. I liked it. I like that movie a lot, actually. Um, sorry, not trying to argue Glee is a hyperfixation. No, you're all good. I think maybe I just didn't, like, clarify what I meant. Um, do you still plan on, at some point, reviewing movies outside of horror? Who knows? Never say never. I don't close any window on anything, but, you know, maybe. It might not become something I do consistently, but it might be something that, like, I do every once in a while. The options are here. I mean, this is my channel. I can do whatever I want to do. Um, and, you know, whoever wants to see me engage in that sort of stuff, they'll be there for it. So just depends. I'm not against the idea though. If you like Glee, watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's incredible. Noted. Oh, you know what? Leah Michelle, she was in New Year's Eve. I like that movie. New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. I like both those movies. I heard about Slasher, but haven't seen it, but I'll add it to my watch list. Yeah, I specifically remember the first season's really good. I think there's a season in like a snowy cabin. Kind of reminds me of Until Dawn. That one's pretty good. And then I think there was a third season I watched where they're in like a apartment building. Not as good. But Slasher is pretty good. It, like I said, it's like the Canadian American Horror Story. They recycle cast members season to season. anthological, all that kind of stuff. So Mount Rushmore horror remakes, The Ring, F13, TCM, and The House of Eyes. Yep, solid list there. Austin loves the show Slasher. Yeah, absolutely. Very good show. Yep, I'm all caught up with the chat here. I've been going for almost 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it the end of the night. I'm a wee bit tired, but before I go, I do want to let you guys know that on Friday, I'm gonna be doing another double feature Friday. That's what I'm calling them. I did my first one a couple weeks ago. We did From Dusk Till Dawn and then Sinners. That was a fun one. A lot of people liked it. And so I'm going to be doing another double feature Friday. On Friday, I think we're going to start at 8:15. Hopefully, maybe have to do 8:30. And we're going to be doing Barbarian and Weapons double feature watch party. It was requested in Discord. I really like Barbarian, and I haven't seen Weapons since my first time watching it in the theater. So I'm ready to give it a second watch because I did not like it as much as a lot of other people did. But I really love Barbarian, so I really want to like Weapons. So I'm excited to get to watch those movies back to back. We're gonna have like a little Zach Kreger glaze-a-thon, I guess. Should be fun. Again, that's on my channel Friday, this coming Friday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Saturday, Chosen Thrills, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brett and I are going to be doing Scary Movie Marathon. We're going to be watching all 5 scary movies in preparation for Scary Movie 6 coming out. Just a little bit of time here. And then on Sunday, we're capping off our The Last Dance, our prom theme for Chosen Thrills. We're going to be watching The Loved Ones with our special guest, Destiny Faulkner. It's going to be a first time watch for me, as is most of the scary movies as well. I think I've seen one. I've for sure seen 1 and 2. I've seen pieces of 3, pieces of 4, never seen 5. So we're going to have some guests on there as well. And then again, The Loved Ones on Sunday. So 3 watch parties back to back to back. Y'all are getting my fucking face a lot this week. And I hope you like it. But I digress. My throat hurts because I've been talking for so long. I hope you guys had fun. I appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out with me, asking me questions. It's always good. Did it just get darker behind me? Did I just black out? I don't know. It's always good to touch base with you guys, spend some time with you. Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. Real quick, let me get Chester's Mount Rushmore remix. F13, 09, TCM 03, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Halloween 07, The Blob. I love it. Great list. Oh, and we got a last minute person jumping in here saying, "What's up? What's up, Shoddy? I'm about to be ending the stream. Sorry, bud. A little late, but I appreciate you at least trying to make it. We've been going for about 2.5 hours, so I'm tired. I'm ready to go, but I digress. I hope you guys had a good night. I enjoyed the stream. And if you guys want to see me do more of these, just let me know. Drop a comment after the fact. And yeah, I got to plan some more stuff over the next few weeks, some other more engaging streams. Took a bit of a break after that 300 subscriber celebration stream we did. Poured a lot of effort into that. My team and I did. The best team in the world. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be doing some more things. Catch me on my channel Friday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, double feature Friday, Saturday, Chosen Thrills, Scary Movie Marathon Watch Party, Sunday, Chosen Thrills, The Loved Ones, capping off our prom night theme for the month. And we'll also be releasing the schedule for our next theme for the next month in Chosen Thrills. So stay tuned for that. I hope to see you guys all there. Love you all. As always, stay safe. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, next stream, next whatever. I just hope to see you. Good night. Take care. And I'll see you fuckers soon. Bye.